adventures in Japan.
Hello all you wonderful people, and greetings from Universal Studios Japan. Today is a special day because it's the start of Universal Cool Japan, an event that combines Japanese pop culture, anime, video games, and puts them all together in this American movie-centric park. It's a very strange dichotomy, but this park is always changing. And I have been able to come for 2 of these events before, for Universal Studios Cool Japan 2017 and 2016. Last year they had an amazing Attack on Titan, Colossal Titan that was incredible, some cool attractions, and an awesome VR coaster with Evangelion. This year I'm not quite sure what's inside, so we're going to explore it together. And you know what? It looks like it's pretty empty today. So let's go in and check it out. How do you get this thing open? Oh, there it is. Look at that, you got Monster Hunter, you got Conan, you got Final Fantasy, and Sailor Moon. But she's not coming until March 16th. Why would they do that? The one thing I'm really excited about is the Final Fantasy 4D roller coaster. Look at freaking Cloud and Sephiroth. Sephiroth looks like a pretty boy out here. Oh, excuse me. Have you seen my son? Okay, so normally there's a big giant Titan type thing that's put in this area. I'm super excited to see right in there. That's where they've got the Conan, the real attraction, where they use that whole building. I'm super excited to see whatever giant statue they happen to have right here. And let's see, turn in the corner, and there's nothing but disappointment. Oh, I guess they decided to go.
Those are smokers.
Oh yeah, that's just that's
people squatting.
Whoa, Monster Hunter the Real has a crazy amount of a line. This is the only statue that they have shown out here. Before they did have that giant Pegasus-looking monster. But they've got a sign that's in Japanese and in English. Rathos, King of the Heavens, has arrived on Earth, clad in red armor. He soars gracefully across the azure sky. His image evokes visions of violence. Take heed, for to fear him is to revere him. And hereby raise this carved statue of Relentless for those yet to come. And there it is. There's Toko. Thank you for helping me read. It's really difficult for me. And it looks like the Monster Hunter attraction is near where the Chucky attraction once was. So it looks like we're actually going on a monster hunt. They've given us a weapon that can be either a sword, armor,
Heavy bowgun?
Yeah, the bowgun or a giant sword. Is that that's just attack? That's how you attack. Okay. And we've been transported to a keep where we're going to get our weapons. We get the weapons out of the forge. Now, Toko, people waited like 140 minutes for that, which was basically you stand in front of a screen and they say, "Oh, monsters are about to attack you," and then they attack you, and you can pick which weapon you want, but it's just a screen, and that's it. Like no animatronics, you're here for a photo op, and people wait a long time for that. That was kind of a letdown. I would say that Monster Hunter the Real is definitely a skippable attraction.
Definitely skippable.
Like you could skip this no problem. This should be like a 10-minute wait. I get that there's a little bit of production in there, but man, it was kind of a stinker. If you're a big Monster Hunter fan, at the end they give you a coupon for something downloadable for Monster Hunter World. The QR code right now is being covered by my finger, but I'm going to give it to a friend because he asked me for it. They've got a Monster Hunter cart here where you can get some food, where you can get some well-done steak the great, which you know what you want, and some feline paw print almond rice, and of course great recovery drink. Increase your stamina for the ultimate hunter experience. You know, I'm not a big fan of Monster Hunter, nor am I a big fan of the game because I've never played it before, but I was in Capcom's HQ out here in Osaka, and I got so many comments that were like, no, Monster Hunter isn't as small as you think. It's a big deal. I have to say, just on first impressions, Universal Cool Japan 2018 is kind of a little underwhelming because usually they have a big statue, big cosplay. There's not as much going on this year. And one of the attractions is an escape room, and of course, walk-up tickets are always sold out, so you gotta buy those in advance. And one of their attractions isn't even open until March, which is 2 months from now. That's the Sailor Moon 4D attraction, which is right in there. This area has been chocobo'd out because instead of Face Fantasy, they have Final Fantasy. That's so cute. Okay, the Mogs on the sign are adorable. And so is the popcorn place that sells chocobo freaking popcorn tins. These things are so cute that they're already sold out. Okay, let's ride this. Even though it's a temporary overlay, they even got new costumes for the event. Cool costumes! So it looks like the people have brought them on a ship to see their crystal. The crystal broke, shattering dimensions and shattering timelines. And I think we're about to be forced into a timeline where Cloud and Sephiroth are fighting. Here's the reason why it takes so long to get on this ride. They only load the front side of the ride, because if you're on a VR ride and you start spinning around, well, you'd probably be pretty sick. Well, I'll tell you what it's like after I get off the ride, because I'm not bringing my camera on and put in no VR goggles. That was a pretty interesting ride. You're first put on a ship with a little Mog guy, and they're telling you that, like, oh, we gotta go fix the crystal, gotta go save this crystal. We gotta go to the area in Final Fantasy VII. You know, that giant city in the industrial city? Its name escapes me right now because I was just overloaded with information. And after you go through a couple different areas, and I think you go to Final Fantasy VIII in there, you go to a very open land with a lot of sky ships. you eventually make it to the city and you see Cloud fighting a machine on a motorcycle, and then he fights Sephiroth flying through the air, and the whole city explodes around you. It's an incredible addition to a good roller coaster, but made amazing on their temporary attractions. It's a lot better than the Carry Pamu Pamu attraction that was here 2 years ago and the Evangelion attraction. And I'm still amazed that they let you carry these things. Thank you so much. And then just give them back. Oh, and that guy was there too. He shows up in the beginning because he's got to show up in every single Final Fantasy. But I didn't see any squalls. There was no squalls. There
was no squall. It was Final Fantasy VIII, man.
Well, every Final Fantasy has a squall in it. Oh, I see. He's so popular. He's got his own food. A churro. And there's one thing over here that they've changed for Cool Japan. Since they do have Sailor Moon coming, you can take a picture as Sailor Moon in this shop. Everybody's dream is to become a Sailor Scout. And you know, they're making it possible here at Universal. There's some branding in there, Toko.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it easy to see?
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
It's like a このようにして撮影ができます。ぜひ
This could be you, the pretty guardian. Well, if I was a Sailor Moon fan, I'd probably buy one of these shirts. Unfortunately, I'm not. Let's check out some of the merch that's in here, huh? There's Conan stuff.
There is always only one truth.
Crap ton of Monster Hunter. Of course, the Final Fantasy stuff. I think this might be the first time that Final Fantasy has been represented in a theme park. That's a cute chocobo. What are you doing? Oh, that's an awesome keychain with the Universal gates on top of his head. And they've made him in plush form too. What you've always wanted, a scrolling pen that has your favorite Final Fantasy star. There's Titus from 10, Cloud from 7, and I don't know you. That's a pretty dope jacket though, but I prefer the Godzilla one they had last year. I can't say that I'm disappointed because it was fun, it was interesting, especially the Final Fantasy VR roller coaster. But last year was so much cooler because they had freaking Godzilla and Evangelion. But that's life, isn't it? Isn't it?
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. But as I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. You guys stay groovy, have a wonderful day, and if you haven't, please subscribe.